everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Baldur's Gate 3. In today's episode, we're back at the Goblin Camp. This man is still alive. Oh, he's drunk. There's also a wooden chest here. Pick this lock. Unfortunate. How many lockpicks do I have? Only one. Hey, are you...
That's that of it, eh?
I see. He's just an idiot.
I'm talented.
You know what? He can live. I'm gonna take this, smash it open, grab whatever's inside. I'm gonna do so over here, so as to not, aggro that guy. But the reason we're back at the Goblin Camp is because there is a secret entrance here. Drop this here. There is a secret entrance here, too. I could probably use my, sword. There is a secret entrance here that goes to the Underdark. And I've already been to the Underdark, but there was like a temple there to Saluna by the look of things. And I want to go and see whether or not this takes me down to the other side of a locked door that I had. There's an agate there. Other than that, nothing of great consequence. Someone actually mentioned this in my comments. Yeah, I thought I should check. He asked whether or not you could revivify NPCs. Specifically Lump the Enlightened, because he was kind of cool, but apparently we cannot. I can cast Speak with Dead on him.
The corpse remains silent.
Has nothing to say, however. As we look in here, though, there's a secret door to the ruined tower, apparently. Now, I do remember there was a place in here that I never went. That takes me back outside, obviously. Oh. She's still alive. It's the one goblin in here that I let live. You got anything to say?
Oh, Peachy's behaving himself.
Yeah. Don't know about that. Yeah, the one place that I hadn't gone yet in this place, which there was a door behind Priestess Gut. I haven't gone down here either. There's like some spiders down there, but honestly I don't care that much about them. I did say that correctly. I can speak with Dead with this guy, but I don't think he's going to talk to me because we killed him. Yeah, apparently not. Apparently can't cast it on him. I've noticed they like shine green like that when you can do Speak with Dead on them. Sometimes they don't glow even though you can speak with them, but I've noticed quite specifically that they glow like this. You can see here Priestess Gut's doing the same thing.
The corpse seems willing to speak.
But not to its killer, yep. That's what it usually says there. If you killed them, it won't let you speak to them. Which makes sense. I might as well take the potion of sleep, why the hell not? Oh. Cool. I had a key. Cool. Hello, Palmer, bodyguard of the High Priestess. Missed. Okay, Shadowheart. My whole team is going simultaneously, so I can actually do some work here. First things first, run this way. And then want you to do a triple scorching ray. That's a shame, but I can deal with it. Jump over here. Find the ladder. I missed, but, you know, what are you gonna do? I could jump behind her, I think. Yeah, that'll work. And... for some reason, pushing melee is highlighted. Like, you see these are grayed out because I have no superiority dice. But for some reason, pushing melee isn't. Weird kind of bug. Nevertheless. Also, I'm out of superiority dice. I'm probably out of spell slots for everyone as well, actually. It's something I should pay attention to. We get to high ground. You have one first level spell. What does the most damage here? 1d4 plus 4 times 3. Magic Missile does more on average.
Tormentor.
Yep. This place is certainly interesting. Throw a box at my head. It's one way to do things, I suppose. Sacred Flame. Not a whole lot you can do, just shoot. I'm not particularly worried about this fight, by the way. It's not like it's a... I probably should have done this earlier, but whatever. In case this goes a full another round without me hitting them. Okay then. At least she used her attack of opportunity, so that's a thing. Silenced. Fantastic. That's what that sword does. So I gave her a new sword as well, is another thing that I did. Let's see what it is. The Sasua Greatsword. So this is one we crafted. We actually crafted this sword. The sword roots extend from this word's hilt into the blade itself. It yawns to drink magic, flaring with phasris when swung. So let's do an examine here. What does silence do? Oh. Can't cast spells with a vocal component. It literally just silences them. As in, like, the spell silence. Interesting. I may actually have to, go to camp and end the day. Maybe something I have to do, to be perfectly honest. Wow, she has bad dexterity. I mean, I still hit, so I can't complain, but... bad dexterity. She's gonna stabilize anyway by the look of it, but whatever. Cool, got her up. Palmer has nothing. Scroll of Acid Arrow, I will take. Scroll of Burning Hands, I will take. Potion of Poison. Failed the perception check, apparently. Bring everyone over here, see if they hit these perception checks. Gale? You can't see in the dark. What's the chances you hit a perception check? Pretty low, apparently.
That's curious.
Interesting. An ornate ring. Multiple amethysts fresh off the boat from Chult line the ring's band. And some gold. Cool, I guess. Interesting. Something I should do as well. Let's grab my wolf. She refuses to check any of this stuff for some reason. There's a padlock key. A is for Azoth and Other Gods, number 11. I wonder how many versions of that book exist. Weird. I can't... There we go. Something weird is going on with the looting. Like, I'm hitting them, and then it's taking a bit before anything actually comes of it. There we go. So they are opening. It's just taking a bit. Let's try it with these boxes too. Yeah, it's like really delayed. Like, for instance, let's go right next to this thing. Click. Then it opens. Weird. Nevertheless, we got a journal. Also, this has a new image for it, which is cool, the basic poison. We also got a few books last time as well, which I have yet to read, so I'm going to go through them. But we have the Priestess Journal. Most of the pages in this aged journal have been hastily torn out, perhaps for kindling. Thus, the interlocking circles will bring the full moons to match the stars, while casting darkness where it belongs at the bottom. That chasm to the Underdark will stay sealed. I confess the design is not foolproof to outsiders, but I have to sacrifice complexity for material resilience. I've always wondered why Say Luna took me from the Hall of Wonders to serve as this temple as priestess. Perhaps this was the reason. Interesting. I assume that was Priestess Gut's journal, but it's obviously the priestess who lived here beforehand. That makes a bit more sense. That does make a bit more sense. Okay, next up we have this hidebound journal. The memories and plans of a discipled drow. This was stuff we found in the Underdark, by the way. One favor, one faithful servant, that's all I summoned. No more and no less than Malice Duerden ever had. Or indeed the Mother of Lusts herself. Mother of Lusts is Lolth, by the way. Malice Duerden. That name doesn't immediately ring a bell, but I have a feeling it's probably someone I should know. The York Hall was quite a sight in all its forms. I'd read of its foul odour, but I found it intoxicating, like rosewater. So it smashed a few artifacts. Hissed a master. The Archmage should have revered me for such a conjuring. Instead, he threatened to curse me, to make me a Drider. So a Drider is a half drow, half spider, by the way, and a York Hall is a type of demon. Yet my time will come, soon. I will return to Menzo Berezan and Sorcerer? Menzo Berezan is the capital of the Drow in the Underdark. Sorcerer? I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's a town or a city, but I don't immediately recognize it. Then the Archmage will worship me. I will be served. Interesting. Apprentice's Journal. 3rd of Uktar, 1371 DR. Let it be known that I left my homeland because I was bound to my master, and not because I chose to. Were it not for the oath I swore, I would still be home, serving the Zolkirs, and not tending to pox in this crude hamlet. However, an oath is an oath, and I will serve him, as is my duty, until I am released. The early journal entries are written in a delicate, intricate script, then get rougher and wilder the more you turn the pages. It ends with one hastily scrawled entry. They did it. The Dark Justicars got the old bastard before the Zolks could. Now he's bleeding out, and once he's gone, I'll be free of this oath. I can go back. I'll return the tome of necromancy he stole. He'll forgive me then. They'll know that I'm loyal. The key gem's secure in the tunnels. Once I have it, I'll slip into the cellar. Take what I can, and then home. Interesting. And finally, Fables of Faerun 4. Actually, I had another book I picked up, right? Yeah, A is for Azoth and Other Gods 11. One of a series of thin tomes illustrating simple lessons to readers of all ages. The Magnanimous Miner. In the underground city of Mental Dereth lived a deep gnome called Sadie, and her father Sam. Each morning, the hardworking Sadie travelled to the nearby grotto, pick in hand to mine gems. Each night, the lazy Sam would count them and demand even more. You cannot rest until I'm the richest man in all of Faerû. One day, Sadie encountered a stranger on her path home. A haggard creature, grey of skin and small of stature. A Darrow, exclaimed Sadie. Please, said the Darrow, I have no money and no home. I beg of you, a single ruby, so I might sell it for food. Sadie found pity in her heart and gave the beggar a ruby. She told her father about the Darrow upon returning home. Do not believe his lies, warned Sam. Darrow are selfish, demented creatures. Give him no more, lest I cast you away. The Darrow was waiting for Sadie the next day. Please give me 10 rubies so I might sell them for shelter. Sadie, moved by his plea, did as he asked, and journeyed home. When Sam rebuked her, an inferior haul, he said, this will not stand. On the third day, the Darrow appeared in the grotto. 100 rubies, please, so I might feed my brothers and sisters. The kind-hearted Sadie handed the beggar her entire stack of gems. As he took it, there was a great flash of light. Where the beggar had once stood was a massive gold dragon. You prove yourself generous of heart and spirit. Come to my lair, and I share in my golden hoard. Sadie eagerly accepted joining the dragon in his opulent hideaway. 1 year later, Sadie passed a beggar near the grotto, her own father, Sam. Sadie, I have no money and no home, he said. I beg of you a single ruby so I might sell it for food. Sadie found no pity in her heart, and walked away. I guess that's similar in many ways to, I can't think of the name of the fairy tale now. Yeah, but it's a interesting story nonetheless. Seluna, interesting. Seluna guides us through the night. She is the moon, the stars her tears. Her sister tries to douse her light, but she protects us from our fears. Shah will take your sorrow from you, but beware, her night is dark. She'll hide your pain and secrets too, and all your joy and all your spark. Sylvanas, god of all that's wild, of nature's danger and its charm, his glory's not to be defiled, or you yourself will come to harm. Yeah, Shah is an interesting god. I believe she... Like, the whole thing is secrets. You notice how Shadowheart has not really told us anything about herself. I think that comes from the fact that she is a cleric of Shah, and Shah is very much a god of secrets. She's the god of night and the dark, and the god of secrets. And I think she has, like, to the point where she sometimes takes the memories of her faithful, I believe, is something that Shah often does. So it's possible that the reason Shadowheart isn't telling us is because she doesn't even remember. I think that's more than a possibility. Interesting. It certainly looks like I can, like, jump over here and then maybe jump down there? I don't know, let's have a look over here. Oh, that's in the next room. I see. I thought it was highlighting the wall, but I was highlighting stuff in the next room.
Interlocking circles with moons and stars. This must be the seal mentioned in that journal.
Probably.
Better take a closer look.
Thus, the interlocking circles will bring the full moons to match the stars, while casting light where it belongs at the bottom. While casting darkness where it belongs at the bottom. That chasm to the Underdark will say sealed. Oh, I see. My assumption is... This is my assumption. What we want is we want all the full moons here and all the darknesses, if that makes any sense, over here, and then the halves and halves on the other side. I'm really glad they walked behind me there.
That might be worth a look.
What might be worth a look? What did you see? That is one thing I wish was a slightly clearer. There's a lever over there. Interesting. That's probably what they saw, if I were to hazard a guess. Nevertheless, I'm going to keep going with how I think this puzzle is supposed to work. Like this, right? Then one more and we get it. Okay, so I think that's correct. At least that's my assumption. Unless, of course, it's the opposite of that, but I'm not entirely sure. A locked lever. I'm going to keep wandering around here in the hope that I find this. It's also possible that we need the direct opposite of this. We need the light shining on the darkness to open it. Considering it's a Shrine of Selûne, maybe you want to light up the dark is the idea. So it could be literally the opposite of what I did. It's a definite possibility. Which presumably was what... Like, that's actually... Because if you're looking at that from this direction, this would be the bottom, quote unquote. Which is how she mentioned it in the diary. Thus, the interlocking circles will bring the full moons to match the stars while casting darkness where it belongs at the bottom. That chasm to the Underdark will stay sealed. Alright, I'm going to keep searching and see if I find anything else that's of particular interest. Seemingly not. So the last thing I'm going to try is I'm going to literally swap this. So I'm going to put the full moons over here and the darkness is over here. Okay, that should work. And then we just do this twice. If this doesn't work, I don't know. Because this seems correct to me.
Ah, this goes very far down. We'll have to go in to see the bottom.
Right. This goes very far down. I think something was supposed to happen. If I if I were to hazard a guess. Ah, now I can do the lever. I see. I think something's broken. I'm going to do a quick save and then a quick load. Alright, we're back. So apparently this is a known glitch where this doesn't work. I assumed it was a glitch. I went to camp, you can see here. All my stuff is back how I want it. I should probably put a couple of things I want to do. Firstly, let's go mage armor on myself. I have to actually learn mage armor to do this. Does level 2 mage armor do anything for you? I don't think it does, right? Let's drop shadow, go mage armor. We probably also want to go false life. Only level 1. Perfect. Then you can do arcane recovery and grab those spell slots back. And we drop false life and pick up shatter again. And finally, Shadow Heart. Give me an aid, my dear. There we go. Okay, so everyone is now a bit better. So I don't think we can get down this path, which is kind of annoying, because I wanted to explore, but I guess we're not going to. If anyone knows how to fix this bug, let me know. But essentially, because I solved the puzzle, and she's like, oh, this goes really far down, but, like, nothing actually opened or happened. I think maybe because I tried to hit that lever before I solved the puzzle. could be a reason. Before we leave, I'll try that lever one more time. Maybe that's something, but I don't expect it to be. Yeah, nothing. Does she avoid? Nope, she can walk straight over it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with her. It's clearly broken in some description. Nevertheless, let's fast travel to the Underdark. We're gonna go to the Myconid colony?
Have you spoken with Skris?
Cool. Let's head out this way. Alright, so the reason that I'm coming back here, I'm gonna see whether I can get in there from the other direction. Like, I should be able to Misty Step in there, theoretically. Fucking T-posing Minotaur. Every time I'm gonna do something. Is there a fast travel point to get here? Not really, Myconid colony is the fastest. There is more of this lake to explore as well, which I kind of want to do. Because essentially we're going to Moonrise next, but I want to clear out some stuff here. So I want to like check this temple here. I think this is the temple to... Well, it's like literally a temple to... Seluna. Oh, right. Hello, everybody. So I tried coming up here, and... Because this, I think, is the other side of that Selunite temple. So I tried coming down here and using like Misty Step to get around. I bet I could Misty Step up there. It didn't work, I ended up dying. But I reckon I can get up where I need. Ooh, yeah, because I bet I can jump up here, can't I? Out of sight. This isn't though. Oh, yes it is. Put me underneath. Kind of glitched me through a wall there. Yeah, as far as I can tell, I can't really get up to this place. So, I'm gonna have to explore it on a subsequent playthrough, I guess. I'm okay with that. Sorry for you guys, because, you know, you don't get to see it. But I'm not that worried about missing something like that. It's a slight inconvenience. Other than that, I'm not that worried. Let's go to the beach.
What if this crash doesn't work out, Lae'zel? What if your kin fail you?
If I can reach the crash, my kin will provide. Any failure will be mine alone.
If you say so. Just don't expect me to put all my eggs in the same basket.
That expression must sound curious to a Githyanki ear, given the way they're birthed.
I believe that that is the first time I have heard all three of them. Oh, I see this is the boat to get to where we need to go. I don't necessarily want to take the boat first, because I kind of want to explore the water further, if I can. I don't know, let's go activate the skiff and see what this happens here. I assume this is the place to Moonrise, right? Wait, can we just walk? Oh, no. I assume this skiff, because this skiff says path to Moonrise Tower, but we have yet to find... There was supposedly like a mage's tower in here somewhere. I guess it's more than possible it's like here. Possible. Or in the middle here, maybe? I don't know. Let's just take the skiff. Once you board this raft, you head to the end of early access. Do you want to continue? No, not yet. So yeah, this will take us to Moonrise.
About your queen, Vlaakith. What tales of her reach us are terrifying. I suppose that's not how you would describe her.
Vlaakith is unity. Fear and beauty. Life and unlife. Eyes like onyx. Teeth like daggers. There is none more perfect.
Sounds vile. I assume the meaning of perfect was lost in translation.
She really doesn't like Githyanki that much. Vlaakith, by the way, is she's a lich. For those interested, she is just a Githyanki who has turned herself into a lich. It's actually all she is. A is for Azoth and Other Gods. Volume 6. We haven't read this one. I went over it because I thought it was a book I already had. But when we got this discarded journal, we threw a surprise party for Ironfoot. How that idiot made it past 150 is a mystery, but it's cause for celebration either way. When we saw the fire whiskey we'd been brewing, I swear he teared up. I'd only a cup of the stuff, but I can't feel my tongue anymore. The lunatic finished the barrel that night. I have no idea how he made it the next shift, but Mina claimed she shadowed him inside the wagon to guard inventory. The burrow warden didn't say a word when the snores started. Layabout is lucky she's got a soft touch. I'd best get some sleep. Orders just came in for practice shovels and pickaxes for the younglings, and I've yet to harvest Zerkwood. Where does the time go? So this was a journal that was down by those dead deep gnomes, so presumably it was the journal of a deep gnome, or a Snurfneblin. Snurfneblin? I don't know how it's pronounced, but their actual name is weird and hilarious. Smurf goblins. Alright, Ilmater. Interesting. Ilmater hears the martyr's cries, takes in the ill and the oppressed. When one to help the others dies, then by Ilmater they are blessed. Jurgle, or so it's often said, once gave away his bony throne. For Kelemvor he tracks the dead, make sure the dead souls do not roam. Kelemvor, Lord of the Dead, will take your hand when death arrives. Makes sure souls are correctly led to all the proper afterlives. Oh, this was the one direction I didn't go. Okay, so I guess this might take me up to... Ugh, just make it. Which I think means Gale can just make it. There's something I wish was slightly streamlined. Was characters being able to follow you over jumped ledges. Because currently they can't, so they just stand there. Which I don't have a specific problem with. I like the added control so they don't just try... Stay away from the torch stalks. Good to know. How about we just do one character, shall we? I'm going to take a short rest so we can heal up. Goddamn. F5. Okay.
Something's burrowed in there. Something big.
Interesting. There was also a hole somewhere that I avoided going down. Can I, like, blow these up before I get close to them? Is that something I can do? Yes. Well, that goes even deeper. So there is more. There is more to this place. Lots more, by the look of it. Ow. I really need to pay more attention.
This fairy ring isn't glowing like the rest. I wonder why this one isn't working.
Interesting. Music is certainly interesting in this area too, I must say.
Dead drow and some skeletons. I wonder what happened.
Huh.
What's that?
The mushroom disappeared?
that?
Is this actually here? Is there a way to climb up this entire place? I want the rest of you to come up here, please. I think I blew up everything that may blow up on the way, so you should be fine.
This drow's cracked like an egg. Must have fallen quite some height.
Yeah, we have to climb, obviously. I could do this, I suppose, couldn't I? Just jump on yourself. Go back to Lazel. I should be able to make it up, I think. I probably don't need turn-based mode, to be perfectly honest.
Skra. Best to watch my step.
Well, good to know.
That might be worth a look.
Okay, so that one's not real. I made it up. I assume this teleports me down is the problem. My assumption is there's like a secret door back here. You should be able to cast... No, you have no way of casting a light. That's kind of annoying. There's a torch here. Let's just run in here, see what happens. Is it a two-way teleporter? My hope is yes.
What's that?
Yeah, I figured that this was something.
Another illusion. Is anything real down here?
I am very intrigued. I can probably jump up here as well by the look of things. There's like platforms, right? Well, I can get out of the map here, apparently. My camera can, at the very least. I mean, let's try going through the weird, freaky teleporter.
Back in the hag's lair. Good thing she's dead.
Oh. So the hag's lair apparently is a path to the Underdark. Which I guess makes sense. Wait, is the hag the one that had the mushrooms we needed? I could believe that. I guess we need to get out of the circle, like, properly, before we can go back in the circle. That was a different teleporter point to what I was expecting. Overgrown tunnel. Interesting, so that's where we fought the hag. Where the hell is this? So I could have got to the Underdark very quickly. Or at least seemingly very quickly. Interesting. Well, exploration is happening. Let's go back to the Underdark, I guess. I was expecting to get to the Mage Tower this way, by the way. 100% is what my expectation was. The fact that we didn't is interesting. I guess I'm as high as I can get here. Although there's a path over there, too. That I missed. So maybe it's over this way. Have a look. Where was this? Up here. Here we go. Cragged rock I can climb. I can also jump down here. There's looks like a way even further down, which is interesting. Pop a quick save. Spiderweb. And a chest. I have no lockpicks. You know what would be very, very useful? Is the knock spell in this game. It's not something I often ever use, but what the knock spell does, by the way, is it's a wizard spell and it allows you to just undo any mundane lock. It will also undo a magical lock. In fact, it is the only way to undo certain magical locks. Well, not the only way, but effectively the only way. Was a creased page the only thing in that? I think it must have been. Creased page, a worn scrap of paper, it's folded tightly. Dark Mother, Weaver of Destiny, offer us a blessing to slay your foes. May they be strangled by the threads of fate and dyed red in your image. Lawful be praised. Fair enough. According to my timer, I am pretty much coming up on time, but there's a couple of chunks that I'm going to cut out. And I didn't stop my timer for those chunks, so I'm going to go a bit longer. Interesting. So we have some shitty spores over here. And a dead somebody. Or we could avoid the spores and go this way. If I can make that jump, which I don't think I can. I mean, Lizelle can. No problem. Definitely don't want to get blown off the edge of this rock. Petrified drow. Oh yeah, these are where I saw all these petrified drow. Her not having dark vision is kind of a problem. Out of interest, do you know the dark vision spell? I don't think I ever learnt it, but this was perfect opportunity for it, by the way. I do not see the dark vision spell. It is a spell, as you might imagine, that allows you to see in the dark. How about a jump spell? No, because I was a fool and did not take any utility spells. I guess I could probably... I have a potion of Hill Giant Strength. I also have Misty Step. I mean, that works. Sure. What do you mean not enough space? you must be able to make this jump, surely. Yeah, okay. Make that jump. To there. You two are gonna need to... Yeah, you'll be fine, actually. You can come over here, you'll be able to make the jump. Yep. Get up here. And Gale is gonna have to Misty Step, I would imagine. Question is, do I burn a second level spell for it? Yeah. I have another scroll, but I think I'm gonna burn, spell slots instead. Pull him end across, and Shadowheart, you can also make it across. It's amazing! Having an isometric game like this. That has platforming elements is really intriguing. It's not something that I've ever really had before. It fits very well for D&D, obviously, because like the idea of doing like skill challenges is a thing quite common in D&D. But... Oh. I mean, the petrified drow give me pause. Don't get me wrong. I don't particularly want to be petrified. That's not good. Oh, there's a spectator here. Oh, fuck. Poof. Huh. Unexpected. Hunter's Mark. I am currently in threat range, technically. So leave threat range. Still have the low ground, so it doesn't really matter. This is not good. Who got paralyzed? Shadowheart, right? Yep. I don't actually know. She's halfway climbing a wall, which is annoying. Thankfully, she can just jump here straight away. Bad chance to hit, but take it. Ooh, we need some light up here, Gale. This feels like... kind of feels like a waste. But at the same time, not. I need to do magic missile here. So a spectator, by the way, is not as dangerous as a beholder, but potentially as dangerous as a beholder. I think I'm not going to burn my action surge, actually. I take it back. That's fine. Okay. Fucking hell. Here's the thing. What I want to do is I want to light this up so that Lae'zel can hit it easier. But at the same time, he's the only one that can do consistent damage with Magic Missile. So I'm going to do consistent damage with Magic Missile. And then we can do a healing word on Sariah, which will get her up. They're both archers, so here isn't a horrible spot. Lae'zel skipped her turn because I'm an idiot. It's worth noting that these drow currently aren't my enemies. They're just... made the saving throw, thank fuck. Alright, great. Healing word, level 2, get her up. Take it if we hit. We need that damage. Damn it. Hoping Gale can survive. I'm threatened. It's fine. Let's go there. Perfect. 75% chance. I'm going to burn another spell to do Hunter's Mark again. Because I need as much damage as humanly possible. Acid Arrow. Take it. If I take these out, these guys shouldn't be hostile, I don't think. That's my thinking anyway. Gale. Yeah, just magic missile, my dude. Guaranteed damage is guaranteed damage, I'll take it. Alright, let's get it here. Sonic pull. %70 chance. Make it menacing. They're still under the charm of the Spectator, really? Any damage might break it. Yeah, I don't know. I could just end up dead here. Can I charm? You can't change mid-battle, can you? I don't think you can anyway. Because I think Lesser Restoration might be able to fix this. I do have Lesser Restoration up, but I don't have a second level spell slot. Do a ranged attack? Ew, that's bad. Guiding Bolt? Sure. Then goes Gale. To be expected, really. Sure. It's broken. Is she... I mean, she's listed as an enemy to me. Cool for now, I suppose. They're still marked as yellow. So I think we're killing them is what's happening here, by the way. Get Gale up. Yeah, fight all three of him. It's a shame. Get into melee with him though. She burns one of her attacks on him, that's fine. I still want to be able to loot her, is my thinking, by the way, which is why I want to knock her. I want to knock her down, but I don't necessarily want to knock her down so far that I can't loot her. Not yet, though. Reapply Hunter's Mark. Roaring Thunder. She made the goddamn save. Second wind. Perfect. So this one's still under the Spectator's charm, even though it's technically, like, the Spectator's dead? Which is intriguing. Over here. Take it. I'm gonna Q-wounds myself. If I can keep her alive, I should be able to get everyone else up if they go down. Perfect. He's actually making his death saving throws pretty damn well. Acid arrow isn't horrible. I should have moved forward there, would have been much better. Because that's now inside my normal range. I'm gonna try crouching. Yeah, okay. That way I shouldn't get shot. Perfect. Run behind. Perfect. Run through, but out of the acid. I should be blocked by this rock, I think. Or roll a 1, that works too. She hit. I think she got a critical hit and a critical miss. Alright, that should be inside my normal range. Obscured by shadows. Annoying, but I can take it. Perfect. Fucking perfect.
Drow. And worse. What were they doing here?
The Spectator, which is ridiculous. Ugh. Gale was already stable, by the way, which is why I wasn't that worried about him. As he's on the ground going, oh, please. So, shitload of gold. Purple fluorite shard. Backpack there too. Blow that thing up. Blow that thing up. Go search. There's a frayed drow hood. +1 on deck saves, that's cool. Thieves' tools is nice. Gold. Is there a backpack? Well, there was a backpack up here. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway. Drow Scout over here. So this is probably going to be the end of this episode, by the way, because now I think I'm over. Pretty sure now I'm over. I'm going to finish looting these guys and do a tiny bit more exploration, and then we'll see what's what. I'm glad they only got 3 drow up. I was thinking after I killed the Spectator, they'd be better. And they wouldn't attack me because I saved them from the Spectator, but I guess they didn't care that much. Crumpled missive. Written order to infiltrate a surface outpost. The note is crumbled in yellow and ink almost faded. Our scouts have noticed surface activity in the region. The slave races are growing arrogant. It is time we teach lawful enemies not to encroach on our paradise. Infiltrate the outpost and report to me. A simple task, you'll agree. So do not bring shame upon House Darkonnen? A simple task you'll agree, so do not bring shame on House Darkonnen. A simple task you'll agree, so do not bring shame upon House Darkonnen. Interesting. So we're pretty boned currently. Trying to blow them up is what I'm trying to do. Interesting. I wonder if this is another way for me to get into the temple that we're currently like right next to. It looks like maybe. I figured that might happen. As I said, I should finish now. But this is intriguing to me. And I can probably get in there now, like... Maybe not. Now give it a quick save. There was like a brief thing here where I got in here. I'll take it. Interesting. I should be able to open the gate from here, I think. So I started this episode trying to get in here, and now I'm in here. I can blow up the gar... Oh, here we go. Lever. Tattered notes. This place is dark, but the lady's light shines yet. Just as the drow had almost broken through, Garrus rallied the last of the initiates and charged forth. For a moment, the cavern shone with Seluna's own brilliance. I'd have gladly gone with them, wound or not. But Garrus bade me stay and hold the gate until his return. I am to keep the records too. I'll save space to write of his victory. It's been days, hours, since we collapsed the tunnel. They were supposed to return after the battle. I cannot dig it out on my own. My eyes won't get used to this darkness, but I can hear them stripping the dead. I'm sorry. I haven't learned the death rite yet, but I will hold the gate, I promise. This final entry is barely visible, more faint scratches than legible writing. Sorry. I'm wondering here whether or not I can knock out the, waypoint. Perfect. I need you all to fast travel to the fort. Fantastic. Can't believe it worked. Oh. Well, there's a logbook. I'm gonna read through these logbooks, I suppose. Whew. We got in here. Let's light a fire, shall we? Read my books by the fire, and then we'll explore this place a bit later. Log 124. Signs of life near the outpost. Intelligent. Clearly trying to hide. I still can't find the mysterious shapes. They know how to cover their tracks. Possibly drow. Next few entries are too faded to read. Led them south. Rumors of a beholder there. Let the Underdark solve its own problems. No sightings. No sightings. Minthus saw statues down south, shaped like drow. Beholders shouldn't do that. Either way, that's one less problem to worry about. Alright, that's gonna... I had one more book to read, right? Most of the small book is left empty. The last entry reads, Log 182. I was wrong. Should have paid more attention to the drow sightings. Should have known they were only a prelude. Stupid to think we had outsmarted them. This will be my last entry. Mintha will keep the records from now on. Interesting. Alright, so... yeah, here we go. So this is a Temple of Seluna still, so I assume this is the door that will take us back out from... Someone got critical hit. Weird. Yeah, I assume this will take us back up to the path we couldn't come down. I'm gonna do a little bit of searching here just to see whether or not there's anything worth taking. Also, I want to open the gate. Not that it really matters now, because everybody here is dead. But I'll finish exploring this fort area next episode. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.